Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Catch and shoot. Tried to score with a jab. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Got out of the way of that right hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. That counter shot lands. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. He is down big time on the... There's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Nice counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
And this wasn't in the game plan. Morales has to find a way out of this. Whoa, wait a minute. And Morales, he's rocked. We've seen him get out of this kind of trouble before, but he's got his work cut out for him. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Erik Morales is dazed. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. As bad as boxing judging. And there's the bell to start round three. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Trying to land that jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Beautiful counterpunch. Punch, counterpunch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. He blocks that jab. And he scores with the counter. That counter shot lands. Barrera might be going down. Are we about to see the legend, Barrera? Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can...
Back at it in round 4. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Has to be... Oh, and Morales, can he find a way out now? He is backpedaling quickly. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Barrera in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round. Back into the fray here in round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
You don't want to go tit for tat. Whoa, wait a minute. Erik Morales is dazed. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And Morales, he's rocked. We've seen him get out of this kind of trouble before, but he's got his work cut out for him. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What?
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And this wasn't in the game plan. Morales has to find a way out of this. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh my! Barrera has never... Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get...
Here we go in the 6th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter shot. He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. They block the jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Barrera in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Here comes round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. And Barrera is rocked. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Failing to score with that right hook. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. There's the bell to start round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and Morales, can he find a way out now? He is backpedaling quickly. A true champion knows how to get out, and down goes El Terrible. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you still want to fight.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Marco Antonio Barrera is dazed and confused. How did they survive that?
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Barrera might be going down. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, hold that thought! Oh my! Barrera has never been in this kind of trouble before! Oh my word, Barrera is down! Can he make it back to his feet? Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
Both men were knocked down, and they both got up in that round.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What does that tell you?
That was a terrible.
And we enter the ninth. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. That counter punch, and Barrera is rocked. Disaster averted.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice counter shot. And Morales, he's rocked. We've seen him get out of this kind of trouble before, but he's got his work cut out for him. Talk about Barrera in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need... This is the 10th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Well done with that counter shot. Just missed with that hook. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He threw a punch and Erik Morales is dazed. He somehow weathered the storm.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And this wasn't in the game plan. Morales has to find a way out of this. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, and Morales, can he find a way out now? He is backpedaling quickly. Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but... And there's the bell for round 11. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fight has a real good flow to it. There's a counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Are we about to see the legend Barrera go down? Thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Marco Antonio Barrera is dazed and confused. Down goes Barrera. Oh, my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like? Marco Antonio Barrera is on the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Barrera in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet. We thought we would have made it to 12. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And he scores with the counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. And Barrera is rocked. And the legend Barrera just couldn't take anymore. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win.